welcome rest somewhere. So currently in command is, if I could find your token, Commander Commander Kestra Hagen. At the helm currently is Lieutenant Ayuna Nishizumi. In engineering is the emblematic Lieutenant Commander Saoirse Kelly. And right behind in the science station up front is our wonderful new little ensign, Ensign Titan Woodyard. Commander Hagen. Actually, you know what? We're going to start this out with a science roll. Ensign Woodyard, you are currently setting course away from the wormhole that you have successfully closed. You're on your way back to Deep Space Fortitude. Deep Space Fortitude I believe was a 2-day journey away at normal cruising speed. Ensign Woodyard, go ahead and give me our first roll of the streaming era. Go ahead and give me a insight science roll.
Insight science?
That's going to be difficulty of, I'll say of 2 to start out.
I'm supposing I don't have any focuses for this roll?
Let me see. I would actually give you your quantum mechanics focus, if you'd believe it.
Fantastic. Alright. In that case, I don't have any momentum to buy, and I'm not going to give you any threat, so let's just go ahead and roll.
Alrighty. Perfect. That is 1 momentum generated on that 3 successes there. Ensign Woodyard, your console, you're sort of sitting there, you're rubbing your eyes, the last sort of time on board. I believe you were on the away team on the Sol Wreck, correct?
Yes, I was.
Yes, he was. So, you're pretty exhausted at this point. It's right at the tail end of your duty shift. You took a quick stop down in medical, where you were cleared for duty to resume your duty station up front. As you sort of settle into your console, you're just about to get off duty. Your internal systems little viewfinder on your LCAR display beeps at you. You look down and you see that there is an error in the chronometer. Your ship's
This is
chronometer.
odd.
Problem, Ensign?
Yeah, well,
Yes or no question, Ensign.
well, I'm sorry, sir. Well, the chronometer just kind of, freaked out a little bit. I'm just checking it out right now. Just give me 1 second, please.
Ensign Woodyard, as you continue looking, you see that your system automatically, what your sensors do as you're flying, it automatically syncs up to the nearest time post in order to make sure, because, time dilation as you're sort of moving through at light speed is a concern, so you want to make sure that everything is all synced up. And since it's sci-fi land, it's sort of abstracted a little bit, but in order to get a specific time that's synced up with the rest of the fleet in this region, you see that the sensors got a reading from the nearest time station, which would be Deep Space Fortitude. You see that you're out of sync with that time.
Can I ask by how much we are out of sync?
Yes, you are currently 4 months out of sync with the current accepted time.
Oh dear.
Ensign?
Captain.
What is it?
It looks like the chronometer Well, as you know, the chronometer when we're traveling at post light speeds, syncs up with all of our subspace stations around the galaxy, and to synchronize our time. Well, it looks like we've synced up with, yes, Fortitude, and we are 4 months off.
Open a communication line to Deep Space Fortitude.
Aye, sir.
As soon as the connection is established, Deep Space Fortitude, this is Commander Kestra Hagen of the USS Guan. We appear to be having some trouble with our chronometer. Can you confirm the stardate?
You don't get a response right away from Deep Space Fortitude. There is a slight delay. You see that you're getting an active hail back from the command at Deep Space Fortitude.
On screen?
One moment, let me find the token. Alright. Appearing on the view screen in front of you is Admiral Howard Yannick. This is the commanding officer of Deep Space Fortitude, as well as the director of the director of the Narendra initiative that is going through the Shackleton Expanse and attempting to expand Federation territory. You see...
Was he always a Vice Admiral?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Unless I'm using the wrong token, which is absolutely a possibility.
It says Admiral Janik. I thought he was a Rear Admiral. My mistake.
Yes, so you see Admiral Yannick comes on the view screen and says, Guan Yu, this is Deep Space Fortitude. Is that you?
As far as I'm aware. I'm sorry, Admiral Yannick. What's going on?
Well, Commander, you've been gone for quite some time.
Savage wormholes.
What?
Oh.
Give me a report, Commander. We
attempted
to search the region around the wormhole, but we couldn't penetrate the outer layer due to whatever subspace interference was expanding out of the wormhole.
I can interject here for a moment.
Certainly.
Using search as I quarter, can I just scan around the area for lingering chronoton radiation?
Yeah, go ahead and, yeah, so that'll be control science. No, it'll be reason science. That'll be difficulty of 1.
Okay, I'll go ahead and give you a threat for a dice.
Okay.
Hey!
Okay. 2 momentum generated on that. You're not sensing any chronoton radiation. You're not sensing anything of that sort currently present around the ship. Not sensing chronoton radiation or any other active source for this temporal change.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Kestra responds, well, it's only been a few days for us. We left Deep Space Fortitude. We traveled and found the Romulan warbird. We boarded, disabled the weapon, and escaped. But I have further to report, but not over an unsecured line. I'm sorry, Admiral Yannick. That's a lot to take in. What have we missed?
Whew. That is a question, again, not for an unsecured line. Please make to Deep Space Fortitude at all haste. I will have updates for you in terms of the current situation.
Are we getting permission to break the warp? Whatever the barrier is on warp right now. There was a limit without permission. Like 4.6.
It's 5. Warp 5 is your normal thing. The Admiral says, "Well, that is a procedure that I have not enforced, maybe as well as I should have. But officially, yes, you are more than welcome to break that to whatever your optimal cruising speed is."
Certainly, Admiral. We'll be there as soon as possible.
Certainly.
Lieutenant Nishizumi, set course for Deep Space Fortitude, warp 9.7.
Commander?
Yes?
I had a quick look around while you were talking with the Admiral. There's no lingering signs of any chronoton radiation.
We were a few feet from an exposed singularity. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little time dilation.
That's true, but in theory, it should have left something.
I'm not sure.
In theory. I think Ensign Woodyard would be better to investigate that than I.
Yes. Ensign Woodyard, please make scans, see what you can record, and go through it at your leisure.
Absolutely. This is fascinating. Thanks, sir.
Captain,
Commander, still.
you're in the big chair. You're both.
Yes, Lieutenant Commander Kelly?
We might want to have the away team undergo a scan ourselves. If your theory is true, then the people who were closer to the anomaly might have experienced more time dilation than the ship being further away from it.
A good idea. I'll set that up for tomorrow. While we're traveling.
Aye aye.
And we proceed.
Okay. With the order to, and also, Nishizumi, are you there or no? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, cool.
I'm just remaining quiet.
Okay. No biggie. I just didn't hear a response earlier, so I'm just making sure that everything was cool. Great. Is there anything else that we wanted to do on board the ship before we got to Deep Space Fortitude? With the increase in warp, we're thinking...
I will be right back.
Okay.
We've done like an internal scan with our own sensors, or was Woodyard trying to do that already?
From my understanding, Woodyard looked simply at the chronometer for that's like a physical thing that's attached to the Guan Yu, and I think Kelly did like a tricorder scan of the surrounding area, like on the bridge here. Nothing full ship wide though.
Okay.
I believe Woodyard was asked to.
Right. I was going to probably examine the equipment that we used, any kind of scans from the transporter records, that kind of stuff. The transporter. I can't think of the word.
I wish I could help, but I don't know what you're talking about.
The three pillars that we put up in order to help.
The enhancers.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
No biggie.
Those things, all the equipment that we used, as well as working with whomever is going to be doing the scans of our person when we get there. Right, we just hadn't gotten there yet, so hadn't talked about it yet.
Okay. Other than those things, what is everybody else doing?
Is this before or after I was ordered to look at the replicator?
This would be This would be after, I'll say.
Okay, then yeah, that's definitely something I want to take care of because I was told I had 24 hours.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you are more than welcome to go ahead and do that. Is Kelly would probably be off duty relatively shortly? Are you looking to do that while you're currently on duty, or is that going to be like a project?
She'll probably hit that up the moment she's off her bridge shift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll say. Yeah, I just realized. I just realized that I've been playing with a pair of scissors for the past 10 minutes. I forget that streaming, you can see me. Oh, wow!
Exposed.
That's so funny. Goodness. Don't play because Kyle is watching and he sent me a sent me a Discord ping and I don't have Discord up. So he sent me a message how long ago? Oh, only a couple of minutes ago that said, "Hey, don't play with scissors." But,
Wise words.
yeah,
Wise words.
Certainly is wise, and it's not like a tiny little set either. It's like a pretty heavy size. I'm just gonna get these out of my reach.
Like a pair of shears you were fiddling with?
Yep, I was playing with the shears that you'd use to shear sheep. Yep. I have access to those kinds of implements. Anyway, I think, yeah, Kelly, we'll go ahead and we'll cut over then. I'm going to take a momentum over to the ready room. Boop. Oh, it's so beautiful. Come on, pull everybody over. There you go. Commander Kelly, you walk in. You're not seeing Captain Edwards in here. You assume that he must be in his quarters. But you see the replicator right there.
Alright, first things first, she's going to run a full diagnostic on it, and she's specifically looking for evidence of Sunny or Eclivius's code or any other loose my code, because this thing should not be able to react the way it was to the captain.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you do see whoever takes care. You see back here there is a really nice terrarium that somebody set up for the boa constrictor. It's pretty wide and narrow, and you see that the snake is sort of coiled up in there, sort of like licking some water, and it notices you enter.
Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I just had to double check its name because I remembered she named it.
Oh, what's its name?
She just walks in and gives a nod. Hey, Curly.
Curly.
So,
Yeah, Curly
just
boa constrictor.
out there, Hagen has yet to walk into that ready room, and she is terrified of snakes.
For sure. Yeah.
Perfect.
And Kelly, I think you know that. For sure. Like, all of like the off-screen interactions that you've had with Hagen, you definitely know Hagen's fear of snakes.
So the question is, as her friend, do I warn her? Or do I not warn her because I'm her friend?
I couldn't possibly give you any direction.
Yeah, that's a question. Huh. I'll have to think on that one.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you said that you wanted to run a diagnostic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Make your way over to the replicator. You walk up to the replicator and... where are my dice? Where are my dice? Where are my dice? Where are my dice? Okay. Okay. Oh. We're just gonna dump everything out. Even though I spent like an hour today getting all my dice into the same thing. That's fine. There's one set of D100. Where's the other one? Stand by, everybody. Apologies. There it is. Okay. Holy shit. That's wild what just happened. I rolled 100. So,
God.
you approach the replicator. The replicator... I can't believe that I wrote up a table for this and everything. The replicator copies down, and you see material. You hear... Oh, wait, I have a sound. You see a perfect clay figurine of your head. Life-sized. Like, it is an exact carbon copy. It has been painted. You see, honestly, it's a pretty, like dab on, like, perfect representation of what your head looks like.
That is awesome! Again, something you really shouldn't have been able to do, but awesome! Here, let me get that out of the way. She's going to take it off the replicator pad and set it on the desk. Because I'm keeping that.
You set it on the desk?
Yeah.
You see, as you grab it, it smiles at you.
Looks at it a moment. Scans it.
You scan it?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and, yeah. What are you scanning for specifically, is my question.
Specifically, she's going to scan it for any sort of robotics. Excuse me. Any sort of robotics or biological components.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me either robotics or okay. I'll put that down to control engineering. No, reason engineering or reason medicine. Difficulty of 1.
Yeah, which one of those I'm going to choose.
Mm-hmm.
So reason engineering, robotics focus.
Yeah, I'll give that to you.
And just to make it GM Christmas time, I'm going to give you a threat for an extra dice to give you a nice 10 threat.
Thank you.
That went well.
Yeah. Jeez. That is 1, 2, 3 successes. Okay. Perfect. You sense, you sense nothing biological. You're not sensing any, like, you're not sensing any, like, living carbon, is my sort of way of putting it. You're not sensing anything like that. You do detect, you sort of do an internal scan. You scan in. It's not like it's just like a ball of clay that is shaped into your head. You do like a visual scan, like past the first layer. It has a brain, and that's made of clay. And coursing through that brain, you're looking at it, and you can't believe it. You see Borg nanobots, or whatever. What's the word that I'm trying to think of?
Nanites?
Nanites. Not made of Borg material, but made of clay. And you see that they
Can you
are...
vocalize, buddy?
Can you vocalize, buddy? It smiles back at you.
I always knew my job was going to be weird. Kelly to bridge?
Kelly
Yeah.
to bridge?
Could you meet me in the ready room?
Could you meet me in the ready room?
I suppose. And I go to the ready room.
You see it blinks a couple of times at you.
Looks down at it, tilts her head to the side.
And you feel it move in your hand, tilts to the side to mirror you.
Yes, Kelly, what is... Holy... What is that?
It appears
And
to be
she
my
picks up
head.
It appears to be my head. Did we scare her?
I think we did.
You're holding your head, which is also strange. What the fuck is that?
What? What the fuck
And
is
I
what?
point at
What the
Curly.
fuck is what?
Oh, sorry, I meant to warn you, but I got distracted by my head.
You see it giggles.
Did that just talk?
Yeah, of course it
Yeah.
just talked. See, it looks at you.
Yeah. And it
Take out
appears
my
to be capable of rationalization
rifle
and
and start
inquiry.
scanning. Do I scan any kind of morphogenic signature?
You pull out a tricorder and you scan?
Yes.
Go ahead and give me... You're looking specifically for morphogenics?
Yes.
Okay. Reason Medicine, difficulty 1.
I'll buy one with momentum, why not?
Cool.
And, I don't think any of my focuses come into account here.
Well, let me take a look.
I don't think any of us have focuses in advanced claymation.
I have a focus in bionics, cybernetic implants like the Borg drone stuff, so if that counts.
Yeah, none of your focuses are really going to apply here.
Alrighty.
Okay. Momentum, get that momentum back. You're not detecting any morphogenics. You're not seeing any a lattice of matrices. You're not seeing biological components that would be present in a changeling. You scan it, and you scan it for that. It does not display any morphogenic qualities.
And I now scan it to find out what exactly is animating clay. Like, what is doing it? Because, like... You allow a momentum spend to find that out? Or...
No, that's going to be... That is a whole other question. I would say... So you're specifically... So my interpretation of the situation is you're wondering what the fuck's happening and you're trying to scan for it, right?
Right.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
You scan, it appears to be made of clay. Some of that clay is moving. I would probably refer you back to what Kelly's initial scans of it were. You see your Mark 1 eyeball sees that it is a pretty perfect facsimile of Kelly's head. You see that there are clay tones to it, but you also see some aspects of the complexion that matches Kelly's complexion. You scan deeper in, you see that it has Borg nanites in it, not made of Borg material, but of clay material. the same material that it was made from.
What in the world are you?
You see it sort of looks down, and you see it furrows his brow. I don't really. That's a really good question.
Estra,
Uh-huh.
it's demonstrating sapience.
That it is. Are you... Where did you get that?
Replicator made it when I walked over.
Are you in contact with the replicator?
No, but I think the replicator's trying to contact us.
Hey, Hagen. You're gonna kill me.
Nah. You're demonstrating sapience, which means you are protected.
Oh no!
To kill you would be murder.
This is GM talking. Sorry, it's gonna get confusing.
He might kill you.
So hey Hagen, you're gonna kill me. You sort of your empathic abilities are reading emotions off of this clay head.
I try and read its thoughts.
Yeah, go ahead and give me. Go ahead and give me insight medicine. I'll give it difficulty 3, comp 2.
Okay, I'll buy a dice with momentum and use telepathic prowess as a focus.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my dear God. I'm gonna re-roll at 20, I guess.
Cool.
Damn. No shot. No shot.
Okay.
Wow.
I'll squash it with momentum, because what the fuck?
You sure you don't want to make it interesting and keep it?
You know what? Keep it.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel bad that you accepted the offer, but okay.
I accepted the offer, because... Let me put it this way. Is this complication going to physically hurt me?
I could not possibly comment on what that complication is going to do. That would be unethical.
As opposed to what you're gonna do with it, so quash it.
Okay. 2 momentum quashed. Hagen, also, where did your... I didn't even have your token in here. What the hell am I doing? Whenever Kyle comes back, I'm gonna just, I need to pay him something, because he did all this. So... Hang on one second. He... So you failed.
Yeah, I did. A combination of a couple of different factors. Number one, it's made of clay. You're kind of having a hard time getting around that in your head. It's not. Right. It's not usual. The snake in the corner is also distracting you a little bit, and there's a whole thing with Beta Zeds and animals, too. Right.
Which you've somehow overcome with horses, but snakes, especially things that you fear. Yeah, it's difficult to get over that. I overcame it with
horses because horses are at least a little bit intelligent. Snakes are just evil in a coil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Be nice to the noodle!
Hey, it just wants a hug. Just really bad.
No, it just wants to hug you permanently until you're dead.
Yeah, and then eat you slowly. So
Now, a python that size would not consider a grown human to be prey.
Yeah, it just has to get bigger.
don't tempt me. The replicator's still there. Yeah. Anyway, so
Concern.
as well as you also, I'm gonna give you a little bit of information. You sort of feel a headache come on when you start to actively use your ability. It kind of fades as soon as you realize, but...
Oh, yes. I forgot about that. Ouchie.
Alright?
Well, yeah, I just tried to use my telepathy, and I forgot. I bruised my brain. Yeah, that is... I can feel emotions from it. I assume it has thoughts. I'm sorry, do you have pronouns?
Oh, fuck.
Let's put that at the top of questions the GM wasn't expecting to answer today. Does an animated claymation head have pronouns?
Listen, if the answer is no, fine, but...
See, now this is it's not just the question that threw me off, it's also like once I started thinking about the question, it's like, okay, how does this work logically? You see that the clayhead, Clay Kelly, looks up at real Kelly and sort of looks at you, and like its eyes move sideways a couple of times.
Yeah, I know, she has the nicer rack.
I'm sorry?
What?
Not what I was intending that to mean, but whatever. You see that the Clay Kelly sort of looks confused at the thing that you just said, and sort of just sits there in your hands. It's warm.
I think we need to get it to the science lab?
Where are we
Yeah,
going?
probably, but I'm worried about leaving that replicator unattended.
Why?
I'm worried about leaving the snake unattended. Also, when did we get a snake?
The snake's in a terrarium. The snake's fine. Curly's
I can
harmless.
feel its cold-blooded murderousness from here.
That means he's hungry, Kestra.
You see Curly unwinds a little bit and actually makes eye contact with you, Hagen.
Just kind of bring my fingers up to my eyes and then point them back at him.
Curly is the previous thing this replicator made.
A replicator should not be able to do that. I think that violates the laws of physics.
That's why I'm trying to figure it out, but then it made this friendly
This
person.
definitely violates the laws of physics.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
Oh, nah. Existing is not a crime.
No, you're not wrong. You're just impossible.
Oh,
And that
and yet
kind of makes you
here you
special.
are.
I'm fond of it.
we look alike, I think.
We do. Almost exactly alike, down to some very concerning details, but it's okay, don't worry.
Oh. Well, I can go back if you don't want me here.
Now, that would be murder, and I'm not going to murder you.
No, that's not it at all. I'm fascinated.
Murder?
Yeah,
Oh.
you are really cool.
So,
Well, hey,
Interesting.
thanks.
You're welcome.
can we move the snake to perhaps one of the arboretums, or...
You realize that would be basically letting it loose, right? You sure you want it loose? Because I think he looks
As long
cozy in
as
the
it is
terrarium.
loose inside of a closed environment that I will not.
It is a
enter.
closed environment.
You see that the snake is trying to make its way out the top of the terrarium, but there's nothing for it to cling on to.
See,
Curly,
you see,
down.
You see Curly just sort of looks at you, Kelly.
She gives Curly a look.
Make an animal handling check. Never mind, this isn't D&D.
presence.
Give me presence science. Presence science, diff 1.
Presence science. Oh.
I don't think I've ever called for that talent before.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you another threat.
Why?
Because my science is crap. Or not my science. My presence is crap.
Yeah.
You say as the chief engineer of one of the most advanced starships in the fleet.
Hey, look, my control and reason are outstanding.
That would be great for a regular engineer.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Exactly, one success.
Oh my god, target number 11.
I told you my presence was crap.
Yeah. You see that the snake sort of regards you and kind of looks up again and just realizes that it's not doing anything productive anyway, so it just sort of calmly settles down. Goes back
Good
into
boy.
its little log.
That's a good boy, Curly.
Doesn't have legs. It shouldn't move like that.
Amoebas don't have legs either, Kestra.
They have flagella. And I leave.
Not all of them, no. You know damn well not all amoebas have flagella.
You know that she's
They have
gone, right?
pseudopods as well.
We need to get you to the science lab, buddy.
Oh. Is that a fun place?
That really depends. Are you curious about how you work?
Well, you see, You see that Clay Kelly looks back at the replicator. I think this is sort of where I'm supposed to be. But if you want to move me, then I can't really move myself. But that's okay.
Well, yeah, but, I also don't really want to cause you any discomfort.
Oh, okay. Well, we can try. See, it looks a little nervous, but
We could probably bring a science team in here, set you up on the desk.
well, next to that thing, you see Curly sort of looks at the head.
Regarding it as if, could I swallow that, perhaps?
Oh, look. Curly looks back at the head. He goes, Okay, maybe not by the desk. You need a name.
A name? What?
A personal designation.
Okay, those are bigger words.
Yeah, like, my name is Saoirse. So when people want to talk to me, they can say, hey, Saoirse, and they know I'm talking to them.
Hey, Saoirse!
Well, the problem is that could get confusing when someone says, hey, Saoirse, and you and I don't know which one of us is being talked to.
Well, I think this is already a pretty confusing situation to begin with.
Profoundly. That's why I'm looking to minimize the confusion. So, this may sound a bit silly,
Okay, I'm here.
but what do you think about Headley?
Headley?
Yeah. Sure, you're just kind of ahead, but also Hedley Lamar was a very, very brilliant person and a very talented actress.
Okay. Well, that sentence brought up more questions, but yeah, sure, that works. You see it. You see Headley smiles.
Awesome. Now let's see if we can find a place to sit you down, and I'll get a science team in here.
Okay.
What about over here on the table?
Well, that looks like it. I mean, is it going to be comfortable? I'm only ahead. Maybe.
I can set some cushions down. But
Okay.
beyond that, I'm not entirely certain what I could do.
You have a body.
I do.
Well, I don't.
Yep, and she kind of looks at the bottom of the neck. You don't appear to have any direct interfaces for one either.
The replicator.
You're joking.
No shot.
You see a perfect representation of your torso. From
Please tell me that it's clothed.
and we're gonna move to the next scene. So that would be a fun cut, but okay, yeah, I'm committed already. So does
The grave now lie in it.
is the just so that we know, so that I know that I'm taking all my steps. I think Titan, you wanted to do some internal scans.
I did.
Okay.
I wanted to look at the equipment that we used on the away team, cataloging chronoton / neon missions or displacements or some things.
Okay, that was a lot of words. We'll see what we can do.
And I don't know a single one of them.
Hey, that's all good. All right. You see, there was a person. Hang on. Strasser, was it Strasser? Yeah, it was Strasser. You see Mia. Walks in. You see that she is holding two of the, so kind of like the two compressed transport enhancers. And so these were in the shuttle bay still. These are the ones that were used on the mission. So the other one's out in the hallway. I'm going to grab it really quick. But is there anything else that you wanted me to grab?
No, I think that we should be fine. Thank you very much. I'm really looking forward to getting into this. And I turn my back to her and start doing my work and go, thank you, and keep working.
Make an insight con roll. Difficulty of 1. No, difficulty of 2. And comp 2. So insight, con, diff 2, comp 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that is a failure. Yeah. You see, you sort of turn around and Ensign Mia sort of lingers there very briefly, and then just sort of walks out. Brings in the other transport enhancer, the third one, and walks out of the science lab.
Okay. Without even acknowledging or saying anything else, he just gets up and starts taking a look and taking visual stock of the transport enhancers. Says, "All right, what secrets can you tell me today?" And he pulls out his tricorder and he starts scanning.
Okay. So you see the 3 transport enhancers. When they're brought in, you sort of it's kind of like it's interesting because there's a phenomenon that happens on board the International Space Station. When you're out in space, you would think that there's nothing there, but when the astronauts come in, they all smell like burnt steak.
Yes.
You don't smell burnt steak on these, but what you do smell is kind of the essence of that Romulan ship you were on. It smells acrid. You also do see a very, very small, just down on the shaft of the transport enhancer, a small splotch of black goo.
Oh boy. Okay, I scanned the black goo specifically.
Okay.
I want to know. Well, I'm just gonna say that I'm just gonna scan it specifically just to get any kind of general readings on it.
Okay. I will say without a roll that it is as you have previously scanned it. So you do sense that it is Varank in nature. Sorry, one moment. Yeah, you see that it is the same goo. You sort of putting the pieces together. This specific one was carried by Commander Kelly. Commander Kelly had it wrapped over her shoulder while during combat, and some splatting occurred. You surmise that during one of these explosions, some of that gunk got onto the transport enhancer.
Got it. Okay, I go look for a vial or some kind of container to do a scraping or just to get rid of the entire, rather than shelving the transport enhancer. I'm just going to try and scrape as much of the goo as possible into this container for later examination and cataloging or whatever.
Yeah, for sure. So how exactly do you collect the goo?
Well, so if I have a container, I'm going to use the. I'm going to use just get some kind of glove and put the glove over it and just kind of use my pinky finger to just kind of scrape along the transport enhancer into the goo. I'm trying my best not to say the shaft of the transport.
Hey, you're the one making it awkward, friend.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry. I'm scraping along the transport enhancer into the container of some sort, whatever kind of round or square, rectangular, something, and then I put it carefully on a shelf without touching it. If there's anything that's left over,
okay. So
I might just, if there's anything left over, I'm going to just put that one aside, and put a lid on top of the container that I have the rest of the rock goop in, and call in Ensign Mia. Chief Mia.
Great. So you go along this process. You do the pinky scrape maneuver as previously specified. You get most of it into the vial. You find some science cataloging. You have a bunch of this stuff, supplies just around. You find a small sort of finger-sized vial that's sort of as big as sort of like your middle finger. It's like a tall cylindrical thing with a mimetic stopper on the top of it. You open it, you use your pinky to scrape it in. You see probably 90% of it goes into it. The remaining 10% is on your pinky.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm sure I have some kind of disposal unit somewhere inside of the science lab to get rid of hazardous materials. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw the gloves in there, and then figure out what I have to do with this transport enhancer at a different time.
Okay.
See what I can do with that.
All right. Yeah. So you throw your bins into like the biochemical waste area. That stuff gets taken out when there's active experimentation happening by like crewmen. Go in there, grab those bins, go down, and then that all gets incinerated. Well, actually, no, it gets vaporized, sort of with phasers, especially if that's a concern. Yeah, you collect a decent amount of that goo. What are you looking to do with it?
Okay, so I should be cataloging this, but I look at that goo in that vial. I'm like, is there some kind of biological element to this? This is a question that I'm asking myself, but I'm also asking you. Is there some kind of biological element to this? And I take some kind of pointer and I some kind of like metal, like pointer, and I kind of like poke at it.
You know this. One moment. I dropped something and I don't want to lose it. That's what I get for messing with stuff. Okay. So you excuse me. You know that this Varonk sort of goo is biological in nature. When you sort of interact with it with that instrument that you're referring to, it doesn't react at all. It's not like it doesn't like go away from it. It doesn't react. It's just you putting it into a sort of sludgy liquid.
Sure, it's more like slime rather than some kind of like a limb for some kind of shifting creature.
For sure, yeah.
Or blob, or jet.
You saw the entities on board the Soul Wreck. Those entities, when they did have goo sort of protruding from them, whether it be in on their limbs or coming out, or just being a being made of goo, you saw it be animated. You saw it make shapes, turn into limbs, turn into tentacles that reached out and grabbed people. This is not reacting like that. It's just, for whatever reason, it appears not to be active or alive.
Sure. Mm-hmm. It's a nerd. Got it. Okay. Well, this is. I wish I had that previously. I'm talking to myself, by the way. This is out loud because this is how he analyzes his materials. I wish I had that research that was taken from before, and I'm not supposed to get any kind of access until we get to DS Fortitude. I hit my comm badge.
Okay.
Ensign Woodyard to Lieutenant Kelly. Can you help?
Kelly here. Could you be more specific?
Yeah, could you be more specific? That was confusing.
Hi, Commander. I just wanted to ask a
What did you do?
tiny favor. Oh, I didn't do anything. Well, you see, I was examining the transport enhancers that we used on the away mission. You know, the away mission to the ship that the
Woodyard?
Anyway, I'm sorry.
He rambles a lot.
He does. He does.
Does, but don't be rude.
Anyway, anyway. Well, you see, there was a bit of inert Vronk goop on
There
it.
is no such thing as inert Varonk group, Woodyard. What did you do?
I isolated it right away, but the thing is the transport enhancer that it was on. I believe you were carrying it, and so I believe that you may have been, maybe contaminated a little bit by the Vronk goop. I'm hoping that maybe we can take a little scan. Just a teeny one.
Yeah, that's prudent. I'll alert the commander.
Oh, thank you. Also, maybe while you're at it, we can maybe take a look at some of the previous research you did on some of the Vrunk. Thank you very much.
You end the comlink with that?
Yes.
Cheeky motherfucker!
Yeah. You sense, Woodyard, that you've made an error, but you know what? You're rolling with it.
Scientific method, baby.
Okay. Okay. How that applies is okay. But
Well, casting, error, correction. You'll eventually become a normal human being. Eventually.
eventually. All right. Yeah. What is Woodyard going to be doing in the meantime?
In the meantime, I think he's just going to have to. He's going to set up his kind of like scientific mise en place, where he's going to have the vial of the Vronk stuff. He's going to have the teleport enhancer, and he's going to have a screen with any kind of readings that he's picked up, previous readings as well, picked up from there, so that they can be compared with the readings of Kelly when she comes down, so that we can kind of take a look and compare and see if there's something that's active and happening on the ship right now, or maybe the goop that is in the vial has been affected somehow by the chronoton radiation from the ship. These are the questions that we're going to be asking.
Okay. Full disclosure. I might have been distracted halfway through that. I'm so sorry.
There were a lot of words. I'm just setting up. I'm setting up, and I'm waiting for Kelly to arrive.
Okay. Great. That's awesome. So, Ensign Woodyard, you sort of run yourself in circles perpetually. I think we'll move now. Nishizumi, did you have anything that you wanted to do on the ship before we arrive, or?
See, we're like 4 months away from Deep Space Fortitude, or
No, we're like
Nope.
2 days away.
okay, I was
yeah.
confused.
The thing that we were talking about earlier is there's a 4-month difference in your time, meaning that while you were in there for a couple of days, 4 months passed. To the rest of the the Federation advanced 4 months, whereas you were only in there for 2 days, if that.
Okay.
Okay.
She will go ahead. Is she currently off?
She
Duty
certainly
at
can
the
be
moment?
if she'd like.
Okay. If she's currently off duty, then she'll head over to her quarters real quick to read up on past messages, even possibly from Starfleet as well.
Okay. Great. Let's take a look over here. I love this tile. I
really do. It's nice.
He did such a good job with this. Like, how does he even know?
Edwards, if you can hear me, absolutely brilliant job with
Truly.
with this room.
Like look at the
Love
detail. Oop, I'm rotating your token.
No worries. But I absolutely love the details on the posters and stuff, whatnot. It actually looks absolutely amazing.
It's like Weeby and all the great way. Anyway, but so with the little tank figurine and the bonsai tree, it's amazing. Yeah, so you get back to your quarters, Nishizumi. You see. You get back to your quarters, you get onto your sort of computer console, we'll say that it's sitting right there for now. You haven't received any messages, but you see that there is a general hold of, since you're still technically on mission, but you're on your way back, and you haven't synced everything up yet, you haven't been receiving any messages, but you do anticipate that once you do get to Deep Space Fortitude, resync everything, collect those get a data dump, basically. You will, if you do have any messages, you'll receive them then.
Okay, well, I was kind of thinking out of character a little bit. I was kind of thinking she would eventually get, like, a reassignment.
Not there yet. But I promise.
Not there yet.
For sure. So, anything else that anybody wants to do? Well, I know that,
Niche, I think, would just, at this point, I think Niche would just probably, watch maybe some hollow recordings of some Tank Creek matches she missed.
Just so you know, Tyler, I sent you a message.
Okay, that's foreboding.
No, it's nothing big. Question.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll look at that over the break here.
Okay.
I'll look into that sort of talent.
Just wanted to put on your radar.
Yeah, gotcha. Kelly, I know that you have a head. Is there anything else that you wanted to do on the ship as you're going?
Well, she's actually going to have the transporter room transport herself and the head, because she's been touching it, directly into quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to place a quarantine on her quarters as well, until it has been thoroughly inspected for the black goop. She is also going to notify the bridge that she could possibly have had some splashed on her, which means it might have gotten onto her station. Zero chance with evil.
If Niche heard this, she'll probably go ahead and scan herself, probably.
I don't think Nish was in character and given that information.
Okay, well, if she were to get it, she'll scan it.
For sure. Okay. Commander Kelly, so you said that you're going to be transporting yourself, like you're doing like a site-to-site into...
Yes.
Okay.
And she will apologize to Hetty, but she's got to bring Hetty along with her, because she's been picking up and handling Hetty.
Oh, we'll get there. Give me a second. Back to the ready room. Loud noises. That was fun. So Hetty is sort of on the desk. You see a science team. You did call a science team, but then you were given some news. So
yeah.
So
alters priorities.
Headley sort of looks up at you and says, that sounded not fun.
It's probably fine, but it might not be fun.
Oh. So you're going away?
Yep.
Oh. Are you, are you taking me?
Yep.
Oh. How are we... Okay. Are you going to just walk me there, or what?
You and I are going to be disassembled molecule by molecule, transferred into energy. That energy will be relayed to a separate location where we will be reassembled molecule by molecule.
Oh.
It's a weird feeling, kind of tingly.
Tingly. You see, she looks. You see, Headley looks very uneasy. Okay. Whenever we're ready.
All right. Oh, there goes nothing. Kelly to transporter room 1.
Transporter room 1 here. Lieutenant Dune speaking.
I need you to transport me and what I'm holding directly into quarantine. It's precautionary.
Okay. Well, that fills me with a great deal of concern, but because it's you, I will do it.
As opposed to what?
Transporting now. I won't make you roll. Okay. Taking us to sick bay. That was a interesting noise. Did someone get tased?
It was a sneeze, sounded like.
That's how I cough.
Okay.
Oh. Well, either way, I hope that's cleared up now.
Well, that's good.
Because that stuff sucks.
Commander Kelly, you find yourself materializing into, we'll say an auxiliary sort of. This is the quarantine area, we'll just say.
Oh, also I got the name wrong. It's Hetty, not Headley.
Apologies.
That was my bad. So.
Okay, Hetty. So we're just naming it Hetty.
Yep.
Okay, not Lena Headley, the actress.
Nope, Hetty Lamar, the actress.
Okay. Hetty and you materialize in sickbay quarantine. You see Saral is currently sitting at the desk and notices you materialize. Pushes the intercom button on his desk. Commander, what is that? And why is it melting on the floor? And you look down into your hands, and you see what once was a picture-perfect facsimile of your face is locked in the facial expression that was previously in the room, which was this sort of unsure expression. It changes very quickly into fear and terror as its face begins to melt. As clay begins dripping and dropping off of it. You feel it warm in your hand as though you just grabbed fresh clay.
Can you transport the clay very, very quickly back to the ready room?
The clay...
Just make it happen, Saral. It's sapient.
The clay... sapient? You see Saral sort of... Commander, there's nothing to lock onto. And you see it's just clay in your hands now.
Oh, it is clay. You can detect the clay, right?
Well, yeah, I can... You see he pushes a few buttons on his... And you see the clay sort of dematerializes.
Okay, so, note to self. The clay facsimiles cannot leave the ready room.
And
in the meantime, I'm here because I need to be inspected for any Veronka contamination.
Okay. Saral goes, yes, Commander. Just stay there, and I will have the quarantine fields pass right over you. Well, I suppose you've been through the transporter, right?
Yep.
Okay. Might be as easy as putting a biofilter on. Okay. Quarantine field starting. I believe you use Nadion streams, right? Phaser streams to get rid of any traces of it before?
I believe that's how we disrupted it, yeah.
Okay. Sort of begins tapping on his console and programming the quarantine fields. You sort of sit on a chair, as sort of Soral is waiting, and you find yourself thinking about Hetty as
Awkward.
the camera pans away. And we are going to take a break. I got food. I'm hungry. I appreciate everybody who's been watching so far. I believe we peaked at like 5 viewers. That was fun.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
So, catch us back here. I'm going to go ahead and change the overlay. Oops. I'm going to change the scene if I can do that live. And we'll see you back here, let's say, a good 12 minutes from now. How's that sound?
Sounds good. We're gonna lose all our viewers.
Okay. See you back soon. We are... stream's muted, so everything's all good.
Okay, good. I think it.
And my cookies are ready to go into the oven.
Oh, nice. What kind of cookies? Just chocolate chip, you said?
Yep.
Oh boy. Jealous.
I'm going to definitely mute myself really quick. I'm going to eat my food with haste.
So this has been an interesting session.
You murdered it.
Look,
you murdered your clay face.
in my defense, I had no idea that something as typically harmless as transporting might damage
it.
it.
Out of the room.
Well, yes, but I'd handled it, and I had potentially been infected with the Varant goo.
I think between the two of them, that thing might be more dangerous.
He's not dangerous. Hetty's harmless.
If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I want to sell you.
Uh-huh. You're just scared because it made a snake. A perfectly harmless snake who has been very well behaved, I might add.
So, listen. I got the PlayStation PS, like PlayStation Plus gives you a bunch of free games.
Yep.
And I got the WWE 2K22 because my guilty pleasure is wrestling. I know it's fake. I know it's bullshit. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It's so dramatic. It's like a telenovela. It's fantastic.
I don't think anybody should judge you for liking. There's millions and millions of people in the United States who like wrestling. I don't have to be. When I was young, I watched it religiously, but.
So one of the things on this game is a thing where you can make your own WWE superstar. I made one. His whole thing is that he's just a massive corn-fed fuck from Kansas, and his special move is that he bear hugs you until you tap out. It's great.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
I used to love those. I played on Nintendo, but I used to love those WWE.
Oh my gosh, I love the WWE Nintendo games. Being Goldberg, fuck people up.
Yeah, I used to love those.
I think the closest I've ever got to playing that is Destroy All Monsters Melee, a Godzilla game.
I have War of the Monsters, which is my personal favorite kaiju fighting game.
Nice. I've never heard of it.
It's on the PlayStation Plus Classic Games section. It was a PlayStation 2 game. I had it on PlayStation 2. It's literally just like generic kaiju monsters. So you have giant gorilla, who is definitely not King Kong, giant praying mantis, giant robot, walking volcano.
We resemble but are legally distinct to the Lollipop Guild.
Right, exactly. It's great, and my favorite character on it is literally just an eyeball, and it is electricity.
That's kind of
Oh,
amazing.
you know what? I remember that game. Now that you say the eyeball, I remember that game.
Yeah, and it has a robot that's like a 1950s robot that shoots missiles.
Yeah, I do remember that game. I'm telling you, I mean, I didn't have one, but all my friends did. But the PS2 is just the goat. I just so many great
Oh,
games.
it
For
really
so long.
is.
For so long,
So
you know.
I lied. That was my second favorite monster. My first favorite monster was the praying mantis, just because it's just a praying like a regular ass praying mantis, but the size skyscraper.
Yeah, and that goes back to the, I believe, 1950s giant monster movie, The Deadly Mantis.
Yeah, because like ounce for ounce, gram for gram, the praying mantis is the most dangerous thing on the planet. It takes on birds.
That is not accurate.
I would say if you
Dragonflies have a
mantis up-
99.9% success rate in their hunts.
I didn't say it was the most effective hunter. I said it was the most dangerous. Because
Yeah,
it's failing its hunts.
dragonflies are hyper
Birds.
lethal jet fighters that are like 3 inches long.
I gotta say, in a fight between a dragonfly and a mantis, I'm going with the mantis.
Well, yeah, but you said gram for gram, so.
I mean, if I wish that was a kaiju fight.
I'd
bet
watch it.
everything I had on the mantis.
But fun fact, there's another 1950s giant monster movie called The Black Scorpion, which is about a giant fuck-off scorpion. In the Pathfinder 2nd Edition tabletop game, there are creatures, colossal-sized, deadly mantis, and black scorpion. I love Pathfinder so much. They're such nerds.
You know, during the whole D&D kerfuffle, I went to the Pathfinder website to see if I could create a character. So I thought that Pathfinder was exactly like 3.5.
Oh
But
God, no!
I forgot that they had a second edition, that they moved on from that. And I went to go make a character, and I was like, I don't know what any of this is. I've been playing D&D.
I am a
most of my
Pathfinder
life.
2nd Edition evangelist. I will help you every step of the way.
Yeah, no, it is not
If I ever did a Pathfinder 2e, like real, I know I made the communist dwarf, but I had an idea for like a skeleton who is like a beginner wizard who figured out like he was like 89 years old when he started his wizarding journey, and he was like, shit, I'm never gonna learn any of this wizard shit, so he turned himself into a lich.
Well, Lich is an entirely separate creature, so he would have tried to turn himself into a Lich and kind of failed.
He just managed to be a skeleton instead.
Yeah, I had an idea for Dan the Skeleton Man, who's just this charming ass fucking bard as a skeleton. Like, oh my God, you can talk! How can you talk? You're a skeleton, honey. The trick's getting me to shut up.
Not the fucking papyrus voice, I swear to God.
Oh, I had the best idea for a truth domain cleric. Have either of you ever seen Futurama?
Yes.
The whale biologist.
I have to say,
Call him like I sees him. Whale biologist.
Yes, I'm a cleric, though personally I hate the gods. If you hate the gods, why did you become a cleric? I don't know you well enough to get into that. And now we're going to receive a blessing from Myomede, the paladin goddess who thinks she's better than you! Is that or is that not just fucking perfect? Oh, man, Pathfinder lore is something fucking else, though. Like, the world Galarian will eventually be turbo fucked, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Because Galarian is a prison for Rovagug, who is the devourer of reality.
Jeez. Yeah, I have the book. I just haven't. I haven't read any of it. I need to get into reading it. The second edition book.
You can also have you checked out Path Builder?
Is that the online character builder?
It is the one that Paizo sanctions.
Maybe. I looked up. Well, I looked up. Path Builder 2E. Yes, is what I looked up.
Yeah.
Hey, dudes.
And
Not to interrupt, but
oh yeah.
my internet just fully went out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's. Oh, we can chill a while, see if it comes back.
Yeah, I don't. I will. Yeah, I'll keep you appraised, but I think I'm probably just gonna wave. I'm really sorry. It took me so long to get that set up.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
Well, we worked
Would
for
you
like
be
an
mad
hour
if I
now.
tracked down your service provider and kicked them in the shin?
Potentially.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I swear I wouldn't implicate you.
Hey, that's okay.
You'll be out scot-free.
Well, well, enjoy your Sunday. I'm going to eat my quesadillas and be upset, but I'm going to be okay.
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna mirror
I'm
that
sorry
only
about
with
that.
chocolate chip cookies instead of quesadillas.
I want a report card on those chocolate chip cookies, and then if they're good, I want that recipe because I don't know how to make chocolate.
It's
chip
literally just Google Toll House chocolate chip, and you'll get that recipe. I don't put the nuts in them, but that's a personal thing.
Yeah, I'm allergic to them anyway. So, but yeah, that sounds great. Okay, well, listen, have fun. Enjoy your. I'm sorry about the internet. Enjoy your quesadillas, though. Enjoy your cookies. I'll talk to you guys soon.
Alright, later, man. I am
That's-
greatly anticipating next session because, oh my god, this shit's so. I'm invested!
I am too. I gotta tell you, it's gonna be interesting.
I'll come to think of it, I don't think we've had a session where I haven't been invested.
Yeah, I mean, it's no kidding. It's gonna be pretty fun.
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
guys. I'll talk to you all soon.
Alright,
All right.
y'all take care.